there, superstars! Welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. I would like to introduce you all to an all-new series here on the channel called Creation Corner. What is Creation Corner, you may ask? Back on September 2nd, I released a video where I updated Corey's Sonic OC. I got good positive feedback on the video, and I asked on the 2376 Productions Twitter and Instagram if this should be a series. And lo and behold, the series was born. I also asked for some recommendations for a series title. There were some good ones, but the one that kept coming back to my head was Creation Corner. So there's your Q&A on what Creation Corner is and how it all started. Now, let's move on to the main show. The first episode of this series will be focusing on the revised series and the characters in the Laurel and Sonic revised series. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in to the first 3 episodes of the revised series. I spent my entire hiatus putting a lot of sweat, tears, and countless hours of stress into the first 3 episodes, and they turned out perfect. So I have to thank you guys for tuning into the premieres and sharing this with your friends who like the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, as well as these stories that come in my head. As for when episode 4 will premiere, I'm giving myself some time to recoup from putting together 3 episodes and also the movie cut version of the origin arc together, which that will premiere next Friday. Episode 4 will most likely be premiering sometime in the beginning of next month, so be patient with me as I do have a life outside of YouTube. Aside from that, let's talk about 3 characters from the first 3 episodes from the revised series. This was highly requested when I first asked about the official name for the design series, and that is none other than me. Well, not Dragon Cat me. Not yet. I'll be designing my old classic version of Laurel the Cat and how I came up with this design. If you've been around on the channel for a long time, you probably remember this design. I had to blur out the old concept of my OC for many reasons, and you might know why. 18-year-old me wasn't the brightest back in 2017. There have been many versions of my OC over the years, and at the time, were the best. However, I felt a piece of me missing, and that was my OC to having orange fur. I wanted to show that outside of YouTube, I have red hair, but give it more perspective being this ginger orange feline. While some people hated on the idea of going back to me being orange, I listened to my own heart and went back to being an orange cat I once knew when starting my channel. However, I couldn't go back to this design. So I played off some of the old designs for myself and came up with something unique to my standards. Let me get into the speed paint and explain what I came up with. Alright, here we go. Drawing the new rendition of the orange Laurel the Cat. So I'm not going to show you the old one because, again, like I said, it was really cringe and reasons. And if you were around for the old Laurel and Sonic series, you know where this is going. So yeah. Anyways, so her outfit, I kind of based it kind of like something that's like 1980s related. Plus, it was an old outfit design that Jean Diddy 76 used for her old OC, and I asked if it was okay if I can use it, and she said, yeah, it is totally fine. So, and it looks really good with Laurel the Cat here, and it kind of fits like a 1980s kind of vibe because my OC wears a ponytail, she's got long bangs, so she would use a lot of hairspray. And she wears like arm and leg warmers, which, I mean, the leg warmers I can see why for a 1980s thing, but arm warmers, you don't really get to see a lot of arm warmers. I used to have some arm warmers from like when I went to middle school. So fun fact for you. So now I'm drawing in this like side braid here of hers, and I think the side braid, I think I got it from Aurora the Hedgehog. So that was something that I took from Aurora the Hedgehog, and I think it looks just cute with my character here. So getting in all the orange because she's got orange fur, and like I said, it's kind of like that ginger orange because my hair in reality it's red, and sometimes I will be called a redhead. I didn't want to go with I would have gone with a red with like red fur, but I think it would just make it look like I'm just mad all the time, and that wouldn't be my character, because my character is more like she's like a team player. She puts people before her own needs, and she just supports everybody. Yeah, there are times where she can get a little bit angry and upset, but most of the time she's very caring, and if something doesn't go her way, she would sometimes be kind of hard and on herself, but she's just got to remember that positive vibes. So with the arms here, I originally did orange arms for the old cat OC of mine, but with her hanging out with Sonic a lot, I decided to go with a peach color, and I was kind of hesitant on a peach color, and honestly, it looked really good on her, so I kept it. I kept it for her official design. Now with teal here, this teal cyan, it honestly fits my character, because my character, her colors are they're like red, or, no, excuse me. It's blue, cyan, I can't really think off the top of my head. And again, this is kind of unscripted as I'm recording this right now, and I'm doing it in like kind of like one take. Okay, maybe I have more than a take. So I'm adding in some of the highlights here, and the final product just looks really good. And now before my OC didn't want to show like kind of like wear like a crop top, because I thought like crop tops were like, oh, she's kind of like she's more on the sexy side, but I think I've passed that phase of like, I'm not. I you know what, it's her design. This is how I express my character, and if anybody doesn't like it, then fudge off. So yeah, what do you guys think of how she came to be? How my character went from being a cringe thing to now like something that I've expressed it. And again, if you guys don't like the Laurel the Cat, the new rendition of the orange cat, I'm sorry. That's just how I portray my character and what I saw in my vision. Now, if you were wondering why I added like a cat bell for my character, I kind of want to give that aesthetic that, you know, she's a cat, and sometimes she would wear like kind of like a collar. So I was kind of going with like a collar per se. And one of my costumes that I wore for one Halloween, I was like a black cat princess. I know that's kind of cringe. I had a cat collar that had a bell on it, so I decided to play off the cat that costume with my character, and I honestly liked it. And there you have it. Laurel the Cat revised as a brand new orange cat is complete. I also took the liberty to add the fancy line art I've been doing with most of my freehand art, so let me show it off to you all. This is my pride of joy, and no haters are going to take this joy away from me. I love this design so much, and I'll admit, it'll be hard to let go when the time comes for the dragon cat side of me to be making its debut in the revised series. Now, let's continue on with something that I've never shown off in the series. Ever. If most of you were around during the old days of the Laurel and Sonic series, you remember that I never showed off a kid version of my OC. I had a design for my kid version of my OC, but that unfortunately was lost due to time to the cringe design of the old orange cat OC of mine. So, I had to start over from scratch. While working on the first episode of the revised series, I redesigned my OC mother, and I like how she looked after her being an orange feline like myself. For my OC, she looks like her mother's appearance, with her father's baby blue eyes. So, I took the concept of my mother's new appearance and applied it to my OC child side of myself. Here's what I came up with. Alright, here's the kid version of my character, Laurel the Cat. So, when it came to figuring out how to draw a kid version of my OC, it was a little bit of a struggle, but I then realized I just had to simplify a few things from her teenage side, adult, for this character. I do plan on having more of my kid version be featured in future episodes so that this little bean doesn't go to waste. So I kind of made her kind of like a younger version of my OC mother, Jennifer the Cat. So I added like a t-shirt, I added a skirt for her. She's wearing like little cyan bracelet. She's got the shoe, like the, I think they're called sandals. I think that's what Jean, that's what Jean said for her. I don't know. I'm gonna give myself a headache. So I kind of simplified her hair to have like short hair when she was born. So before the long hair came in, and yeah, I have cut my hair a little bit short, but I know at the time I used to have very long hair before it got trimmed, and then I decided to grow it back out again, and then now I'm like, okay, I'm back to short hair again. Will I go back to long hair? Who knows? So, still got the orange for the black patches on the ears and on the tail. And I made my kid version OC look up in the sky, because she doesn't know Sora yet, and she's just kind of like she just has that feeling that someone like is watching over her while she goes through the hardships of life. So I added like a lot of, I think this design had a lot of blue, and I think it looked really good with the orange fur, because blue and orange are good complementary colors, and then the purple and the cyan really was a good touch. So what do you guys think of my kid OC in the first episode? Yeah, I know it was kind of sad that she got took over by Azazel, but honestly, I promise you she's okay. She just have to, again, look things in the positive and not think on negative. If there's another kid version that I should draw for like one of my OCs, let me know in the comments below. I think I do have one plan, and that's for Finnick, because her and my OC and Finnick are childhood friends. I've been planning this for a while, but I will add Finnick into the series pretty soon, right after I do the story of Sonic Colors. So that's gonna be remade, and that will officially be finished. I know I didn't really get a chance to finish it in the reboot, but in the revise, it's gonna get finished. And I promise you, it's gonna be worth it, guys. And here's the child side of my OC. She looks so cute and adorable. Of course, here's the fancy line art for the kid. I love how this design turned out. Now, on to the last drawing for the first episode of a power outage? Sonic, did you forget to pay the electric bill again? Okay, just kidding about the whole lights out thing. But yes, if you guessed it, I'm gonna talk about the demon side of my OC, Azazel the Demon. Now this is a new thing to the Laurel and Sonic series, as I never showed off a dark side of anyone. Well, minus Dark Supersonic and Dark Laurel. I wanted to show the dark side to have a personality and how the darkness can get a hold of her. Before anyone asks, yes, this was kind of based on real life events. However, I'm in a much better place now. Sure, I do have my dark moments, but it comes on rare occasions whenever I'm stressed, overwhelmed, or... You know what? I'm gonna stop right there and let's just go into the speed paint. Alright, here we go, going into everybody's favorite villain so far. The one that people hate the most. And no, it is not Eggman. It is Azazel the Demon. So, coming up with a design for Azazel, I made her somewhat like me. Well, actually, she is me, but more of like kind of on the darker side. So, she kind of has the same outfit in some way, but the outfit, fun fact, was not actually mine. It used to belong to Gene Diddy 76, to a dark character of hers from her old channel, Genie the Hedgehog, Zini the Hedgehog. And that was from the story of Genie the Hedgehog. And yes, that's how I basically know Gene in some way. I liked her stuff when I was waiting for Revenge of the Deadly Six, and lo and behold, I never thought that David would be dating Genie the Hedgehog. It still shocks me up to this day. So I asked Gene if I could give the design for Zini the Hedgehog a new home and a new person to wear, and honestly, I like how it turns out with Azazel. So with the coloring, I did darker orange for her fur, and most of her outfit is black and red because demon. The eyes were really interesting because I went with one eye being all black with the red eye, and then another was like a silver eye and basically no pupil, and that made it look very intimidating for Azazel. Now for the voice for Azazel, I just kind of recorded my normal voice, and then I sent it off to someone to kind of give it that demonic kind of voice. I mean, episode 2 and 3 were kind of not demonic, excuse me, but I think it was okay. I just went with it because I think it turned out fine in the end. So, and I didn't want to go with like something that was where people couldn't hear what she was saying, because I did kind of like demon voices in the past, and some people couldn't really hear what the people were saying. So I was like, okay, let's just try to exert away from it, and I honestly am glad how I took that direction for the demon. And before anyone asks, yes, I am aware that in episode 3, Azazel's name was mispronounced by McInerney76. He called it Azazel. That's because when he recorded episode 3, it was before he saw the first episode. I did a private screening with a couple of my friends and and he was like, oh, I mispronounced the name, so that is okay. It was just a little mishap, but you know, it's all good. It turned out fine in the end. I gotta say this looks intimidating if I do say so for myself, and the line art makes it even more intimidating. Don't believe me? See for yourself. I'm very proud of how this turned out in drawing the bangs in the style of how Gene Diddy 76 draws my OC. It's a start, but I know I'll get better with a little more practice. But overall, very well done. And there you have it, guys. That's how I came up with Laurel the Cat as a 5-year-old, teenager, and Azazel the Demon. I hope that this was informative for you all as the series progresses on and how I drew these 3 before you. All I can say is that the series that started this channel is back and better than ever for audiences both new and old. I hope you guys are excited for what's to come in this series, as there are more exciting tales to be told on the never-ending journey of Laurel the Cat and Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. Be sure to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on future uploads or premieres. If you haven't checked out the revised Laurel and Sonic series, all 3 episodes are now on the channel, so go check them out whenever you can. Let me know in the comments section below on which character I should talk about next. And it could be from the revised series or coming in the near future. Be sure to check out my amazing buds above me right now. If you like this video, be sure to check these guys out. They have great content, and also subscribe to them because the support means so much to them. That does it for me. So, this is Laurel the Dragon Cat of Sonic Dragon Girl 23, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay classy!